Good evening. Good evening. Thank you so much for coming back to watch what I think is going to be an absolute epic race. We are on the final round, round 5 of the Wednesday Rookies. I said that wrong. The Rookie Wednesday? Wednesday Rookie? I don't know.
Rookie Wednesdays.
Okay,
yeah.
There we go. Thank goodness there's an adult in the commentator's box. So I'm obviously joined by my colleague, Ollie, who is going to enjoy this, I think. This is going to be really good. What I'm going to do is quickly run through the standings with you, because this is vitally important for what's happening this evening. We have 3 out of 4 drivers who can possibly win this tonight. Now, Alex Hertz kind of needs a miracle. He needs both drivers who are ahead of him to basically not finish in the points, and Alex could win it. So we've got, as you can see in the screen, you can see Peter Romeo is sitting on top with 119 after that epic race in round 4. We've got Davide Mandalisi in the BMW M4, 114 points. Got Julius. Unfortunately, Julius can't make it tonight. He is sunbathing somewhere, I believe. He is sitting on 93 points. That's awesome. He's been very consistent. And we've got the amazing Alex Hertz, who is in the Audi with 88 points. Now, there's 40 points for the win. So if Peter, Davide and if Peter and Davide do not finish in the points tonight, Alex finishes first. He's won the championship. He's literally stolen the championship. We'll need to wait and see. So that's the standings. So are you looking forward to tonight then, Ollie?
Yeah, absolutely. I really, really am. And talking about the need to score points, we are in a 30-car grid tonight. So, and the Nurburgring isn't the longest of tracks, so this is going to be absolutely mental. And as always, the more cars, the more opportunities there is for, a little bit of contact here, getting stuck behind someone there.
Yep. And
all of that is going to play both to and against the hands of our 3 championship contenders.
Yeah, it's beautifully lined up. It's almost as beautifully lined up as the Backward Championship is, which we will see on Friday. It's crazy. I'm just going to say hello to some people. So how to make David Mandalisi is doing the race before the race. Okay. Can be late because of his bus from university. Arnold, good evening, head steward. Arnold, as I now call you.
Make that a 31 car grid.
31, Mr. Hood popping in there. How you doing, Arnold? Are you you're not stewarding tonight, are you? Are you maybe? When the stream isn't started and people are waiting for it to start, that is a sign of a good stream then. So it is. Julius, I hope you are enjoying yourself, my friend. Gutted that you're not going to be here at the racing tonight. Alex Hertz, there we go. I have no idea what you've just said there, but yeah, if we can keep it to English, please. I struggle to speak English and read English as it is, so another language just puts me all wrong. Julius with the green. Hayden, good evening. There's Nimble David. Good evening. How you doing? Yeah, and Sam, good evening. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. Now, I am going to say this, because before I even got to going live, there were 13 people watching the intro and there was 6 likes. I'm not good at maths, but I don't think that equates to everybody's hit the like button. So I am going to nag yous again tonight.
Oh, Zane's here.
Zane's, good evening. I hope you're well, my friend. So last bit of admin, I'm going to shut up and let Ollie talk for a little bit, because Ollie knows much more than I do. Is the podcasts, or TOGcasts, as we have kind of labelled it for ourselves, go live every single Monday at 5 PM on Spotify and on YouTube. Either whatever way you listen to your TOGcast, please like it, please follow us. It really does help us. The more that we can build this brand, the more we can give back to the drivers, to the viewers, to everybody who's watching. There's videos getting launched almost every single day on the channel. The replays are, once I record them, I then edit them and put them up as individual qualifying race and a driver interview. So yes, please consider subscribing, and if you feel like it, £2.99 and you can become a member and get all the super chat stuff and all that good fun. It's less than a cup of coffee. I keep saying it, but it's true. The last thing is, Julie.
Guess why you need to subscribe. That's what we need to do.
Oh yeah, right. I'm going to let Ollie says it so much better than me. I'm passing over to my friend Ollie. Here you go.
So guys, if you haven't already subscribed, you absolutely need to, and I'm here to tell you why. Because if the TOGA Motorsports YouTube channel hits 2,000 subscribers by the end of December, me and my fellow commentator, Mac, we are going to be doing a solo 6-hour endurance race with the rest of the TOGA community. And just to really push ourselves, if we get to 2,500 subscribers by the end, I don't know if push is the right word. To really make us want to die, if we get to 2,500 subscribers by the end of December, we're going to do the 6-hour endurance race in probably the worst GT3 that's ever existed. The Jag.
Jag. Oh, I can feel the pain already.
Yeah, absolutely, so can I.
We were speculating the other day whether we would reach the first target, and I think we were going to reach the first target, and I don't know if we're going to reach the 2,500. Hayden then gave us a little snapshot. There's apps out there and things like that give you a projection of how things are going to go. And yeah, let's just say I think Ollie and myself are going to be crying while driving for 6 hours.
Absolutely. The extrapolation is playing against our sanity, isn't it?
It absolutely is. I can't even look the Jag in the face on the game.
Oh, look at this. Sorry, I'm just going to cut back to the standings really quickly. But let's have a look. P5, 6, and 7 currently sit Mandalay, Romeo, and Hertz.
Yeah.
And I know it's only free practice, but isn't that crazy? These guys are already so close on pace to each other.
There's, it's so close. And obviously on the last interview, Owen, thank you so much for the £5 super chat. Turn 1 death incoming.
Turn 1 death INCONMING.
I don't want
plenty of ink in their pens, that's all I'm gonna say. So in the previous the round 4, when I did we did the driver interviews at the end, Peter was on first. Peter's indicated this was not his strongest track. He wasn't sure how the Aston was going to go. Alex came on and basically just said he wasn't sure if there was in fact, sorry, was that Davide that came on? I apologize, Alex. I think it was Davide that then came on and said he basically wasn't sure if Peter was just playing some mind tricks. So we shall see what happens. All the talking is done and it's now onto the track.
Yeah, and Davide has done immediately some big talking on track. Goes first by over 0.5 of a second.
Oh my goodness!
In free practice, I mean that's massive. 55.8. That's not a lap to be ashamed of at all. That is very, very quick in these GT3 cars.
Absolutely. See you later, Owen. Good luck. I think you'll need it more than us. Good evening, Strange. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I mean this is as Ollie said, this is free practice, but let's face it, any sim racer driver does not take it easy in free practice. This is your pre-qualifying time to get your car set up, to get yourself feeling confident, and to generally get everything fine-tuned. Oh, the Lambo getting a little bit in the way there. But yeah, so this is a possible true reflection of how it's going to go tonight.
Absolutely.
Do you think, Ollie, there's a particular driver for you that is going to win it? Do you think it's too close to call?
I think first, I mean, obviously we're now up to 32 cars on the grid, which is just a huge grid size.
That is insane.
So I don't think we can predict anything.
No.
Really, because I think it's almost guaranteed we're going to get some crashes, some people that don't make it to the end of the race. So I don't want to put all my money on one driver and then him get turbo nuked at turn 1.
Commentator's curse.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't want to do that. Although saying that, Mandalay has been dethroned by Kolgov in the number 11 McLaren.
And that's the thing. Every driver in this race tonight is racing for themselves. They don't care that Davide or Peter or Alex,
absolutely, they're all in their own fights.
Absolutely. So they're not going to make it easy for any of the three of them to get going. Yeah,
absolutely.
Peter, that. Do you know, Peter? That is really nice. We'd say that. Peter has just put in the chat. Best of luck to Davide Mandalese. That shows true sportsmanship. So it does.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think. I mean, I don't know if Peter has got the momentum because he's he started off, I think his first race he finished 8th, but since the first race he's been climbing up those standings to get to where he is now. So I just wonder if he's got the momentum that Davida maybe doesn't.
Alex Hertz is the first man out the pit lane. He was the first one to get started.
Yep, absolutely.
He was out of that. He was, engine gone, revved up, and out of his box. Literally second after we got the green notification.
Oh, and he's got a track full of cars in front of him already. This shows how important this is. Everybody is out straight away. There's 15 minutes, but everybody is out already to try and set what I would class.
There's going to be no space.
There's no space.
How is anyone going to find a gap to do their qualifying lap in? It's just not going to happen.
Exactly. They need to kind of back off. I'm sure once they get through the last chicane, they might back off and give each other room. But at the moment, this is not helping.
But even
Alex.
But the problem is then that if you're leaving what's said to be a good gap,
yep,
you want kind of 6-7 seconds to the next car. If every car leaves 6 or 7 seconds to the next car, then the people who've crossed the line first are going to have finished their laps by the time that the time that the rest of them get to start theirs.
We're basically replicating Formula 1 at the moment, I think, where we're just going to have stationary cars. McLaren getting a bit edgy out there, but yeah, so this is just going to be so exciting. Does anyone in the chat have a favourite or have an idea of who they think is going to win out of the 3 contenders that we have on track tonight? Let me know. Let us know. But
yeah, any predictions in chat?
Yeah,
let's get them going.
You don't get any points, but you get bragging rights until the next part. And actually, that reminds me. So, the rookie, if you are looking to join TOGA, we have the link in the description to our Discord. But there is also season 6 of the rookie championships starting in the next couple of weeks. And sign-ups have already started. So if you did want to do it, then this would be the time to do it. This is going to be the last, season 6 is going to be the last rookie event of the year of 2023, so your last chance of getting into it. I may know someone who has maybe signed up to it, but I
wonder who that might be, Mac.
so depending on commentary responsibilities and things like that,
I'll be available, because if I'm working in retail, the latest I'll be finishing is 7 o'clock on a Wednesday, so I'll be able to cover all of them. Awesome.
So you may see me on track in the season 6 of rookie Wednesdays. And
you may see me on track for a little bit of multi-class when that gets started up as well. In the GT4s, I drove them once and I've fallen in love.
Yeah,
they are such nice cars, and I'm quick in them, which is a bonus.
Well,
the car grid up to 33.
Yeah.
Holy moly, this is going to be mental.
This is, and no one has actually set a time yet.
No, Vayner was the first man in the 974 BMW. He's just coming down the back straight now towards the final chicane.
Yep.
And as you can see from the mini-map, all the other cars are struggling, basically, because they're all just trying to be on the same bit of track.
It's crazy. I'm struggling to remember the last time I've seen 33 GT3 cars on a track. Even real life GT class.
Well, in real life, it would have been the 24 Hours of Spa would have been the last time.
Yep.
And that's a 7 kilometers long track. Here at the Nurburgring, we're 3.5 kilometers, I think.
Yep.
So we're almost half the track, bang on half the track size.
Yeah. I mean, so we've got Alex obviously coming up to try and set a lap. I mean, that McLaren behind him's certainly not giving him a lot. Oh, he's getting a little bit of oversteer there. As he comes down, so I think this will be the banker lap. Venner has obviously set the first fastest lap with a 156.225. Alex with a 156.467 at the moment. I'm just going to flick and see where Davida is. He's just about to come over the line as well. See what time he's set. He's actually slower. I don't know if he's been held up somewhere or on flat
Yeah,
ramp.
so's Peter as well. Peter Romeo has gone slower. At the moment, Alex Hertz is the fastest of the three.
Yep.
Although even he didn't set a better lap time than Vayner in the 974 BMW.
I really think, and I'd be interested to hear your point of view, Ollie. There's so many cars on track that I can't see how you can get any space.
No, absolutely, and this is what I said at the start. If you happen to find yourself in a gap, then good for you, but for everyone else, it's just a constant squabble to try and find some free air. And if you look at the track, everyone is in Sector 1 and Sector 2, and almost no one is in Sector 3. So they just haven't arranged themselves very well.
No, it just takes...
But the problem is, when you've got such a wide field spread of pace, it's so hard to arrange yourselves.
Absolutely.
You know, because like F1 cars, during qualifying, you can guarantee that it's highly unlikely that there's going to be anyone more than a second slower than you in a qualifying session. But here, we have guys who are 3.5 seconds off the pace.
Yep.
You know?
And it only takes someone to have a mistake or go off the track somewhere, and that ruins your qualifying lap. That's you back to square one.
Here comes Alex Hertz to the line again. There's going to be a big improvement from him. And it is.
Up into P1. That is an impressive 155.610. Insane.
Oh! And Peter Romeo was up by about 1.2 seconds. It would have put him on pole, but he got that final chicane all wrong, clattered the inside curbing on the second part and invalidated.
And as Zanes, you said, Tippy boss, I mean, Tippy's sitting in fourth now at the moment. Mandalisi comes over with 155.465. So everyone is out pushing as hard as they can. I think this is going to be a very close top 4 or top 5. You know, we're only going to be talking about tenths of a second, I think.
Honestly, I think with how much track condition can affect and how much the gaps that people have will affect their lap time, I think we could probably see the top 10 cars within a second of each other.
Yeah, absolutely.
By the end of this session.
Yeah. And what's impressed me with Peter, Davida and Alex is they've been consistent drivers as well, which is something that makes you fast. You know, you can be a very fast driver and not be consistent, and you know, you're not going to be in the top 1 or top 3. So Julius, you're waiting for multi-class. There you see me next me in GT4. I'm looking forward to the multi-class. I hope enough people sign up for it. I'm really looking forward to
I'm looking at these viewer numbers, and the like number is shocking. 22 viewers and only 7 likes. Not even half of yours.
No, come on. That's not right. Come on. Make sure you've hit that like button. Don't forget, if you want to do one thing to support the channel, a like is like the least that anyone could possibly do to help us. So there's another one in. Thank you very much. We're up to 16. We do at 17. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, and I'm sorry that we nag you about it, but it's easy.
No, turns out my like count wasn't updating. It was still saying we were on 7. That's classic, man.
We'll withdraw all his disgust there from.
Yeah, sorry about that, everyone. I was right. The top 9 covered by 0.995 of a second.
Wow. That is,
and the people are just going to keep improving. It's happening right behind now. The number 12 Ferrari is up by almost 0.6 of a second, almost 0.7 of a second now, and he's going to leap himself right up to this front lot.
Yep. It looks like David has got a bit of traffic in front of him as well. So, I mean, Venner at 0.02 of a second, and Alex is in the pits. I wonder if he's tweaking his setup. He's been in the pits for a little while now, or he's maybe
he came into the pits about 3 minutes ago. Maybe he's just thinking, you know, last ditch glory run.
Yep.
Just put it all on the table.
I suppose that obviously the good thing about the minimap that you don't get in real life is you can see where the gap is, so you can prepare yourself to get out into that gap, and then you've got a bit of free air.
Yeah, because normally that's all done by radio communication.
Yep.
Because the pit engineers are the guys who have access to that information of who's where.
Yep.
But having it for yourself to see is really good.
Yeah, absolutely. And at the moment,
especially.
Sorry, I'm gonna go.
Especially because with the length of pit lane here, the length of pit lane at any track, it can be really difficult to decide when is the right time to go. Because if you're towards the end of the pit lane, if there's a gap coming, you just wait until you're in the gap and then you go.
Absolutely.
But if you're right down at the start of the pit lane here, you need to be starting to leave the pit lane about 30 seconds before the gap is going to be there.
Yep, absolutely.
Because otherwise you're going to be behind it.
Yep.
And then you find yourself in loads of traffic all over again.
Fernando Racing, good evening. Elias, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, Zane's just confirming your light counter was about...
It was way off. Yeah, I'm aware.
It's still stuck in 2022 at the moment, so...
Oh God, I don't want to be stuck in 2022, please.
Oh, no, definitely not. Thomas, hopefully I've said your name right. Come on, Davida. Excellent. Got a Mandalisa fan in here. Something else I would love you to do, it's not something a prerequisite. If you have social media and you have access to it just now, please go and share a link to this stream, because I think there's so many people out there that would love to watch this race, and even coming in at the very end. It's the last round, but I think this is going to be an epic battle. Everything is set up beautifully for a huge showdown on the Nurburgring. And at the moment, Alex is still in the pits. That's interesting. But yeah, so we've got David Mandalise, we've got Venner, Hertz, Romeo, Backstad, Feder, Kolgoff, Christian.
Christian.
We've got Marson. I struggle with your surname, so I'll just call you Marson. We've got Pride Co and Tippy Boss in P11. We've also got a new driver, Wolf, who has recently joined the TOGA community in Discord, and I have to say he gave some really good advice to someone earlier on who tonight is their first race, and he was able to talk the nerves down and explain stuff. So if you're looking for help, if you're looking for assistance, you're worried about being really slow, this community is so friendly. No one will ever criticize you. We have driver coaching, and we also have livery designer as well. Now, the driver coaching is free to anyone in the TOGA community. The TOGcasts will be going live with me chatting away to Owen, and I've still to nail Airy down. Unfortunately, Airy's in America, so it's a little bit difficult trying to get time zone sorted. Airy is a livery designer, and I think it's $10 roughly he charges now. That's about £8 something in British money. But you'll see tonight some of the liveries he has done is just amazing. So we might be I think a big Discord community. But
yeah, for sim racing, I'd say we're pretty up there in terms of numbers.
Absolutely. For sure. So no one gets left behind. We're all very friendly, and someone will be able to tell you even if it's a case of, oh my God, I'm getting understeer in this corner. Someone will come back and tell you to tweak something, and you'll find it works. So absolutely. Marco, good evening. How are you doing?
Interesting to see the guys at the front improving now.
Yeah.
About 30 seconds ago, the top 14 were covered by just less than a second. But now that comes down to just the top 10. Some of the guys at the front make a couple of tenths improvement.
Yep. I wonder. Oh, there's just like a.
There's a graveyard of cars there. Yeah, what has happened there? And none of them are going to have time to do another lap. So that's the end for Peter Romeo and for Alex Hertz. Neither of those guys are going to be able to do another lap.
Now Alex has now slipped to 5th and Peter's 6th. In fact, they're
moving further down, 6th and 7th now, as Christian moves himself up there as well.
I wonder if Hertz and Romeo are going to hope that Prideco's only 300ths of a second behind Mandalise, They surely must be hoping he's going to cause problems.
And maybe they're on something that's more of a race setup rather than a quali setup.
In fact, we can ask him, man. Alex Hertz is in the chat right this very second. Were you having your dinner or something? Did you just decide to go put a really fast lap and then just put the steering wheel down for half an hour? That's cool, calm and collected. I hope you have a good race, Alex. All the best to you, to Peter Romeo, and to Davide Mandalese tonight as well. Shep, your livery isn't shown. I literally... 25 past 7, so 5 minutes before we went live, I synced the liveries. Did you upload them to the website?
Yeah, because I've just got a base game livery on that number 73 Porsche, I think.
Let me have a look.
It's pink at the front, pink down the side, and there's a white stripe running up the middle. Is what I've got on my screen.
Yeah, that's what I've got as well. Alex 2207 Jew. Good evening. Shep, yeah, he did. Are you able to quickly send me a DM with your file and I'll load it into the game? I don't know if it'll show or not, but I did that the last time. You put it in a screenshot. Okay. Upload your liveries. There are so many channels just now. Alright, okay, I see how it's different. I can see Airy having done that. Are you able to send me that file? I know you're just about to start racing, but if you could do that, I'll pop it into the... You have? Perfect. Thank you very much. I'll do that right this very second.
The various noises of the commentary box returns.
Yeah, I know. It's like... it's like singing when you think no one's watching or listening, and then... right, okay. So I've added you as a friend request. If you can... send that to me, that would be wonderful. I'll keep myself posted. Do you want to quickly run through the grid then, Ollie, while I'm...
Yeah, I will, absolutely. So, title contender Davide Mandalese leads the grid in the number 71 BMW, followed closely by Priadko in the number 1 Mercedes AMG. Rounding out that top 3 for now is Christian in the number 99 McLaren, followed closely by Vayner in the 974 BMW. A slight upturn of form here compared to other championships he races in under the TOGA badge. Phillips comes home in 5th in the number 900 Porsche, the first of quite a few Porsches we've got on the grid this evening. And then another title rival, Alex Hertz in the 101 Audi, is in P6. Kolgov divides him and Peter Romeo in P7 with Peter Romeo in P8 respectively. Then we got Backstad in P9 in the 123 Porsche, followed by another Porsche of Feder in P10. Then we've got I'm going to go with, I don't know, what's his name? You said his first name and I can't remember it. The number 12 Ferrari. Martin. I want to say Nix, but I'm going to assume it's wrong.
No, that's actually probably pretty close.
Nix feels close, but I'm not entirely sure. Then we got Hewlett in the number 4 Porsche, followed by another Porsche, the 911 Porsche. Although it's not the 911, I don't think. I think it's the 992 in P13. Then we got Tippy Boss in 14th in the number 3 Ferrari. Brand new to the grid and in P15 at the moment is Wolf in the 73 Porsche. Then we got Sabakin in the number 10 BMW, sitting in P16. Quarato is in the 118 Ferrari and is in P17. Fulton comes home 18th in the 41 Ferrari. Then Rosenfold, in the only Bentley on the grid, comes home in P19. Lim is in 20th in the number 93 McLaren, with David following him in the 21 Ferrari in position 21. It's always nice when that happens. Then Mundhenk in the 112 Mercedes is followed up by Boot in the 86 Mercedes in 22nd and 23rd, respectively, with Cunningham following them in 24th in the 24 McLaren. Again, I love this. The 55 Ferrari comes home in P25 in the hands of Turton, with Galenko behind in the 27 McLaren. The 995 Ferrari of Rodriguez is in 27th, with Burnt in 28th, followed by Suthar in 29th in the 5 and 61 McLaren, respectively. Dills is in the only Lamborghini on the grid. The 112 comes home in P30 during qualifying, with Garcia Del Val in the 999 Porsche coming home in 31st. Longer name in the number 15 McLaren comes home 32nd, with the 801 BMW of Pell in 33rd. And Stephen Hood in the 77 Aston Martin rounds out the grid in P34. I'm quite impressed that only took me just over 2 minutes. This is going to be mental.
Well, we spend more time trying to figure out names than actually commentating. At least we've got some like Phillips and Romeo and Hewlett and things like that. I've always asked that Averages changes their names to, like, you know, Smith 1 up to Smith 33 or something. That'd be so much easier. Right.
And here we go. Start of the formation lap.
So, Shep, I don't know if you can still hear me, but I have added... No, it's not updated it. The folder name was different to what it normally is, so yeah, I'll need to have a look at it and see. In fact, we're not even on that. Was that car 73? Let me have a quick look while they're just going round. No, it's still the old file. I'll get Owen to speak to you, Wolf, later on. But yeah, this is going to be exciting.
We currently sit at 20 likes. I've made sure I'm right by refreshing the stream. Can we try and push for 25? Try and push for 25 before we get going in this race. You've got the rest of this formation lap, which will probably be about 3 minutes.
Yep.
Although, in all fairness, Davide Mandolesi isn't messing around. He's pushing on with this formation lap.
Yep. And already Quarato has already got a 5-second penalty.
Ouch.
Even
so's Priadko, actually.
Right.
Those must be server penalties rather than given penalties, unless they might be for... I guess there's a possibility they might be for, like, impeding incidents in quali. I will have a little look. Let's have a look.
Yeah.
No, we haven't had anything. Oh, yes.
We have,
qualification. Yeah. Car number 61, 5-second penalty, causing a collision with car 93. Car 118, 5-second penalty, causing a collision with car 911. Car number 1, 5-second penalty, causing a collision with car 801. Car 801 gets a penalty for causing a collision with car 103 and car 122 for 10 seconds total during quali.
Wow. So, if they haven't all been updated, they will be very quickly updated. With all of that, but that certainly eases the pressure on Mandolesi, knowing his P2 has got 5 seconds already. Now remember, there's no pit stops, there's no tire change requirement, and no fueling requirement. So this is 30 minutes of out fighting.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a 30-minute sprint, and it's going to be. Oh god, I just don't even want to know how mental this race is going to be. You're about to hear, me and Mac are about to be speaking like rap god speeds of commentary. Do you understand how crazy this is about to be?
Oh man. Alex2206, thank you so much. Appreciate it. So, we're on board with Mandolesi at the moment. See, everyone's now back, catching up, making sure.
Yeah, getting into that 2x2 formation. It's gonna get busy at turn 1.
Yep. Let's go to Helicam. Have a better view of what's going to be happening. So as they come round, it's obviously a long straight, and then into heavy braking for the hairpin. So this is it. Here we go. Green light. And we're off. Now ready, McLaren, 3 rows back, has got a good start. putting pressure on. Mandalisi just kind of sticking in the middle just now. Pryko goes for a dive.
Priyanka goes for it.
Oh, and Mandalisi hard.
Oh, Hertz has been hit.
Oh,
Hertz has contact.
Yeah, Alex Hertz is
and there's big at the back.
Yeah, it's going to be a red flag. That'll be a red flag. It's generally 20% of the grid if...
oh, it's far worse than that. It just won't stop. Yeah, red flag, red flag. It's gone on all the way through turn 2 and turn 3 and turn 4 and 5.
Just... I'm going to rewind the fact just to see. We're right at the back.
Holy moly.
So,
it just doesn't stop.
Mercedes is collected to start with.
Who's that that's just driving through? There's a McLaren that's just punting people.
Yeah, that's not good. I think there's only...
Do not overtake, do not crash. I don't think anyone's listening to you.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry, Hayden. I know you're trying your best, but it's just not happening.
Oh, yeah.
There's one guy who's just going on a rampage. He's gone from like P22 to P15.
I'm actually trying to see... Was that maybe Chris Lim?
I think it was, yeah. It's just... It might have been Pell, actually, in the 801 BMW, who already has a 10-second penalty.
Yep.
But yeah, and there was a McLaren. It might have been Christian in the number 99 machine. Yes, it was. He was just driving into the back of people.
Wow. Okay. Let's see if we can. Oh.
Well.
What?
Yeah. he's just driving through people. That's what I mean. It's mental.
Jez, how you doing? Mac that fucking MacBook Pro. Yeah.
It's just insane.
This is absolutely chaos. So it is.
Oh man, look at this. The contact list is mental.
Oh, do I even want to look? So the stewards have got race control. Race control monitors the game, monitors SEC. Every single time two cars make contact, it creates a field in a spreadsheet. How many fields are being populated from that?
So in 40 seconds,
yep,
there was 15 contact forms filed.
Oh wow!
And at least 5 of them had more than 5 cars involved.
Oh, jeez, that is. Oh, So
that's mental. The stewards are going to be up till midnight, man. It's going to be a long haul for the stewards tonight.
I'm pretty sure the stewards have got caffeine intravenously dripped into them just to keep them going. So there's obviously anyone who gets a penalty can appeal it afterwards, which then can cause things to be delayed for that. But so the procedure is they'll all go back to the pits. The server will restart once everything's calmed down and everybody's adrenaline's calmed down, and then it will restart. We'll do a formation lap again, and then it'll be green flag. Now we do not have any more red flags. Hayden only bought 1 red flag for the stewards. So basically, if anything like that happens again, you race.
Oh, come on, lads. Who managed to not follow the go to the pit lane instruction?
Oh,
everyone else went into the pit lane. What are you doing? Oh my god. Oh, that was so painful to watch. It was just one poor Porsche just soundtrack on its own.
Oh man, I know. And this is the thing. And every race has got a driver briefing where Hayden or Owen or one of the stewards will go through anything specific for the track they're going to be racing, but they always remind the drivers to read the rules, and the rules change, and they're always told the rules change. But certainly this rule hasn't. This rule's been going for a long time, unless this is somebody new who hasn't read the rules. Yeah, it's okay, we'll need to reset.
Have you seen head down into the Rookie Wednesday chat and look at the driving angle that Steven's got to go straight?
Okay. Cool.
He's got a little bit of suspension damage, in case you can't tell.
What?
Man's on like a 45-degree angle to go straight. That's so bad.
Oh, I hate it when it does that. And then you get a left-hander and you're like, I'm already full lock. I can't go in.
Yeah, I can't steer anymore. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh man, yeah, it's
Right then, so I'm just going to keep the Ricky Wednesday incidents chat open, and I'll just tell you as the 8 jillion penalties fly in over the next 40 minutes or so. Owen is already typing away. I can see him. Staff OMC Fudge is typing.
Wolf, your folder wasn't named correctly. Normally, a folder that holds your livery is the same name as what your livery is. I've renamed it and I've copied it in, but it's still not shown.
It'll fix when we get a server restart.
All right, okay, well there you go.
It should anyway. Check. I think it should.
I will double check when the server restarts.
Because it reloads. It'll reload all the liveries and everything.
Yep, that'll be good. So let's hope so. It's a minefield trying to remember people's names in Discord.
Dude, did the guy who was driving through everyone just say that there's no consequence for a red flag? And it's going to keep happening? Did I just see that in the game chat? I swear it was Christian, who was just like playing wrecking with the front bumper of his McLaren.
Oh.
It was! What is this?
Oh, man.
Oh, my days.
This is just chaos.
Right, car number 118 has received a 10-second penalty for an unsafe rejoin, causing a collision with car number 77.
118 is Corato in the Ferrari.
Oh, he already had 5 seconds. That's not gone well for him.
Nope.
So he's at 15 seconds total now. I have a funny feeling we might see some drivers getting up towards 20, 30 seconds of penalties in this race. Well, maybe that'll be what decides the title.
We're probably going to be easier telling you the drivers that didn't end up with them
with a penalty than the ones who did. Yeah, absolutely.
Right, I'll copy it over. Let me see. Yeah, see when I go into the folder, when I go into the liveries folder and then the missed Apex Motorsport Porsche, there's nothing in the folder. I don't know if you're aware of that. When I go into cars, it then has the JSON file, which has got the correct file name. So I don't know what's happened.
And that is car number 99, which is the McLaren that was driving through everyone, picking up a 10-second penalty for causing a collision with car number 71. On lap 1. Okay. I have a funny feeling that Christian's going to find more and more penalties coming his way as the steward's appeal continues. Let's have a look through the log forms and see how many contacts he was logged as having. The number 99 car, let's have a look. There's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so he's got at least 3 contacts that he's been involved with.
Okay.
2 of them were with the number 71 car, only 10 seconds apart from each other. Wow. Don't understand how that happens.
No.
Oh, I think he might be listening. Oh, here we go. And he's now kicking off in the in-game chat.
Oh, right, okay.
Love this game. Give me 20 seconds. Who cares?
Yeah, I don't think he will be doing much more. So, Wolf, I have copied the cars folder over into the cars, but your liveries has got nothing in it. So I don't know. We'll need to. I'm not the hugest about custom liveries.
Here comes another penalty.
Dun, dun, dun.
Just thought I'd let you know. I can see Owen. Every time Owen starts typing, I'm just like, what's it gonna be?
I've got an image of him just hammering with like one finger in each hand, furiously typing.
Yeah, absolutely. Like some old style, like typewriter typing.
Yep,
like
absolutely.
Punching the keys.
Right, let me see. So that looks like that's the files that I'm looking for. Give me a second.
So we did actually have a couple more contact files come in later on after the main bulk of the chaos.
Right. Okay.
So 2 minutes after everything had happened, we had contact with the 101 car, and here we go. Car 99 picks up a 15-second penalty, causing multiple collisions and not obeying a red flag situation on lap 1.
Okay.
So yeah, that's pretty much what I was expecting.
Yep.
But yeah, we also had some contact later on between the 101 and the 4 car and the 90 and the 118, about 2 minutes after all the other chaos had commenced.
Right. Okay.
So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. Weird to have contact that far after when the red flag procedure had already been brought out, because you would have been most of the way through the lap. 5-second penalty for car 118. Make that 10 seconds for car 118. So I'm assuming that's for the contact with the number 90 car.
Yep.
We'll find out when Owen furiously types it in the incident outcome chat.
Oh dear. We'll just make sure and not give 99 any airtime. So we're going to start again. 2 minutes. We'll do the formation lap, and then we will start again. Yeah, I've copied that folder in now as well, but no, don't be silly. Shep, is that not the name of a dog in a TV show? So that was missing files that I needed, but it's, as you can see, it's still not loaded. So speak to Owen probably in about 6 days' time once they've finished going through all the contact logs.
Yeah, sometime next year.
Yeah.
That's all the penalties, actually, that we're going to see before the race restart.
Okay. Right.
Or at least that's all that they are looking at before the race restart.
Yeah,
it's possible that everything else, like the stuff that happened at turn 1, where it's like 4 or 5 cars involved, they're just going to list as a racing incident.
Yep.
It's very hard to pin the blame on one driver in those kind of situations, especially when like one of the collisions at turn 1 had 6 cars involved.
Yep.
Like, how are you going to pin the blame on one car for all of that? Although there are more and more penalties coming through, running up the side of the screen. 10 seconds for car 801. I think that's possibly for disobeying the red flag procedure by staying out on track.
Okay.
But I will let you know when it comes through.
So 801 is Pell in the BMW.
Yeah, so he's the guy who stayed out on track, I think, after...
Okay. Yep.
Or he went back out on track after the red flag procedure had already been initiated and he'd come into the pit lane.
Okay. No problem.
It's Dutch for shovel.
Dutch for shovel. I've learned something new tonight. So Shep is Dutch for shovel. Ches, we are knee deep in incidents now. See, yeah, I mean, blame Arnold. He just jinxes it every single time.
If you want a hand, I've got stewarding experience. I can be in the box after the race finishes.
There you go. There's another set of eyes for you. Majibaji 801 just went back on track. Yeah, they've been dealt with. So they have. So yeah, this is interesting, and it's surely in what you think, Ollie. It's going to be in the mind of everyone. Going down to this first turn, what happened in the last race there? So, you know.
Oh yeah, and it's difficult because I mean, looking at the clock, 30 minutes isn't long. If you're a bit down the grid and you know you've got more pace, 30 minutes isn't a lot of time to make it up.
No,
I understand that.
Yeah.
But turn 1 isn't the place to do it.
Yeah.
In fact, lap 1 generally isn't the time to do it.
Absolutely.
Yes, it's a brilliant opportunity to gain positions, but on lap 1, if a move isn't like almost 100% guaranteed, just don't go for it. It's not worth your time.
No.
If you're faster than the guy, you'll get him. You know.
Absolutely. Kiko, good evening. How are you? Thank you very much for popping in. Anyone who's maybe just joined, could you hit the 30? The 30. I just read.
That's the people who are watching.
Yeah. So if you're just joined, could you please make sure and hit the like button? That'll be amazing. Kiko, 30 minutes is a very short race. Yes, it's rookies championship, so we try not to.
It's a similar layout to the LFM rookie series.
Yep, absolutely.
15-minute quali and then a 30-minute race.
Yep. Psycho, how's it going? Good seeing the chat. Hope you're doing well. Julius, 9th start of the 5-race season incoming. Wow. Kiko, you already did prefer the 8s Mondays. Lol. Thank you. I appreciate the like and support. So let's take 2 with this, shall we? And see what is going to happen now. There's no other red flag.
Yeah, so if chaos happens at the start now, it's just going to stay that way, and people are going to have to recover the best that they can.
Absolutely.
You know, there's nothing else that we can do.
No.
The guys know that they only get 1 red flag restart. It's a big thing that Hayden points out in every race briefing.
Yep.
He says, if there's a red flag, that's your red flag, and that is it. We're not doing, you know, 2-3 red flag restarts, because it takes 5-6 minutes to do it every single time.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a procedure that needs to go through because we have live stewarding and everything else. So yeah, it takes as long as it takes, unfortunately. Strange, how you doing? Psycho, doing good, thanks. Good to see you, mate. Oh, thank you very much. Hopefully I'll see you in here soon, Psycho. So yeah, this is the grid now kind of catching up with Mandalise, just making sure they're in position and they are double filed for going into...
There's a car still in the pit lane.
Oh, I wonder who that is.
The number 24 car of Cunningham, still in the pit lane.
I wonder if
so I'm going to assume didn't ready up in time.
Yep. Got chopped back to start.
Yeah, didn't ready up in time and back in the pit lane, although possibly a blessing in goes. We'll see how turn 1 goes.
It could be, absolutely. might end up first, you never know.
Yeah, absolutely. Or at least in the points, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here we go. Race restart. Numero dos.
Take 2. Now that's interesting. You thought Prideco would have...
been right up on the bumper of Mandalise, yeah.
Green, green, green. We are racing this time, no matter what happens. So Prideco has got the McLaren beside him at the moment. Oh, all over the grass.
It's a go.
Right. Oh, Mandalise's went really wide.
Gone. Yeah, Mandalise's gone really deep, really deep.
Wow.
At the back, it looks like it might be. There's 1 car round, but other than that, I think we're good.
Excellent. Mandalise is down to 4th now. Romeo still in 6th. Alec Hertz in 8th at the moment. Mandalise has it all to go for. He really needs to push this. He's got Romeo breathing down his neck.
Alex Hertz playing it safe at the start. I can't blame him for that. He knows that he needs to get to the front of this pack, but he can't risk it.
Absolutely.
It's safer for him to take his time and you know, end up coming home 4th than it is for him to rush it and not get any points at all.
Absolutely. He's going to obviously hope that Venner is going to cause issues for Romeo to get past him, so we will wait and see. But certainly it's been a better start. We shall see. The McLaren stretching its legs so far. Mandalise, I think Mandalise is just trying to get into a rhythm, I think, at the moment. Getting a little bit leery on the old curb there.
Yeah, the exit of the Schumacher S is really scary. Because if you carry just a little bit too much speed in, the rear end does not like it on the exit of that S.
No, absolutely.
And it's high speed. You're pulling, you know, it's on the top of 4th gear going into 5th. So you're pulling 210, 215 kilometers an hour through there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So getting sideways on the exit of there is definitely an experience that your boxers aren't likely to forget.
Mandalise going a little bit wide onto the grass, trying to get a cutback or a switchback on the final corner there, but just getting not enough traction at the moment. You can see already the gap that's forming.
Mandalise almost looking like he's over pushing this car so far.
Yeah, which could then in turn burn his tyres up and cause some real issues. The pressure's going up through the roof, too much heat. We are sitting at 26 degrees air and track.
Oh, there's been something big at turn 1.
There has, yeah.
Who's gone round? Oh, it's Romeo. Romeo's gone round. Peter Romeo has gone round. I'm going to get on the replay of that and see what's happened.
He's been collected by them in McLaren.
Oh, by Kolgov, the number 11. And Hertz has hit him. So Hertz will have damage as well.
Oh, my. Oh, what
So that's big for both of them.
Wow.
Big for both of them.
This is now taking the pressure off Mandalise. He will see, obviously, if he has the standings on his in his view,
that front,
see
that bonnet of the Audi is fluttering around, so it has been knocked loose.
Yeah.
And that will be costing him a little bit.
Absolutely. And it's usually a good chunk of time where by the time the bonnet's shown as damage. You're talking well over 10-15 seconds at least. So it's whether Alex decides he needs to come in and pit, or if he's going to continue.
It's not worth it in a 30-second race, in a 30-minute race. 30-second race, good God.
Well,
it's not worth it in a...
wide. Oh, the
four wide? Where?
Back Schumacher S's. We've got Peter
yeah,
Romeo.
these guys.
We've got Bernd, we've got Romeo.
You can see there's a lot of damage to the front of Peter Romeo's car. 5-second penalty for car 5. I expect that we might see another 5-second penalty pop up for that. It might be bumped to a 10. We'll wait and see.
Yep.
Yellow's at the front. Christian's gone off. Oh, that's massive. That was huge. I'm assuming he just got it wrong through the second part of the chicane.
He's into the pit.
Yeah, it was a humongous hit. I don't know if you saw it. Yeah, hopped to the second part of the chicane and just it was a huge hit on that left-hand side. That's going to be a couple of minutes of damage repair at least. And Mandalesi now finds himself in third, still all over the back of Phillips for P2.
Sabienkin has gone off as well. Oh, that looks like it's been something horrible in the last... Oh, there's been contact. There's been contact between... Let me just have a look and see. Sabienkin...
Yellow's further up. Hewlett has gone off at turn 1. He's carried on his own though, I think. And Quarato has pulled up on the left-hand side, coming down the main straight and is into the pit lane.
We've got Phillips, who has just fell down the...
Has he been hit by Mandalesi?
Just replaying just now.
That would be huge. I think he might have.
Certainly there's no other... yeah, he has.
There is, there's contact. Yeah,
Mandalesi
contact. Double hit, Mandalesi, yeah. So that'll be a penalty coming Mandalesi's way. That'll be a 10-second.
Alex Hertz
and
up in 6th.
With... Where is... I'm trying to find... Where is he?
Peter
Is
Romeo.
he gone?
17th.
Peter Romeo, 17th. Yeah, out the points. Mandalesi, that 10-second penalty would knock him out the points.
Wow. So Alex
As it stands, Alex Hertz finds himself P6. He needs to start moving forward.
He really needs... If Alex can get to the front and Mandalesi does drop out of points and Peter Romeo's out of points, Alex Hertz will actually win this championship. Wow.
Does it have to be a win?
It has to be a win.
It has to be a win. Yeah. That's a big ask from P6. A big ask.
Absolutely. And just having a look at the standings. So Alex is 88 points and he gets 40. In fact, yeah, so... Well, he would actually win by a bit of a margin, so it wouldn't need to be a win, but certainly first, second or third would have to do it. So it would...
Yeah, so he's got to start pushing on.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to get on the standings as well, and I'm going to do some mathsing.
Okay.
I'm gonna whip out my humongous galaxy brain and work out what position minimum he needs.
I got worried there. So I wonder what route we're going down there.
From my Magnum dog. No, we're not doing that. Not today.
No. So Prideco is absolutely left. Mandalesi is 5.5 seconds ahead. Venner 1.3 seconds. Wolf has just had an issue. We see if we can see what happened. Is this just oversteer? Yeah, it's just oversteer into the barrier, side contact with the barrier at the moment. So there's a battle for there's a battle going on. Alex Hertz is half a second behind Backstad in the Porsche at the moment. Can Alex put pressure on and cause error with the driver? This is certainly looking very... There's a lot of battles going on at the moment, and Peter Romeo is also involved in the battle, a three-way battle. Oh, he's getting... Oh, my goodness, he's getting it all over the place in Schumacher S. He now has that Porsche coming up beside him for Phillips. And don't forget Phillips. Oh, I thought that Bentley was going to go into the back of the Porsche there. Phillips was obviously up in the top 3 at one point as well, so Peter Romeo climbed from 17th to 15th at the moment, and he's only 0.4 of a second behind that Ferrari of David. So he's going to be pushing that Aston Martin as hard as he can to try and causing. Oh, look how close he is. Lost a little bit of traction there. Porsche is starting to climb back up a little bit, but at the moment, Romeo certainly looks like he's on the charge, and Ferrari gets a kick oversteer there, and Peter Romeo is side by side as we go over the start-finish line. How is this going to end at the first corner? Romeo just ahead. He does get ahead, and he can chalk another one. He's now up to 14th at the moment. Alex Hare still in 6th place. He's lost a little bit of time, so I don't know if he's had an issue or what's going on, but Peter Romeo is...
Oh, he's got that damage.
Yes, he does, but he was a lot closer to Backstad not long ago, so there's been something going on. But Backstad is very, very close to Kolgov now, looking to challenge for P4. Heavy on the brakes, turning in late, catching a second apex, and on the power as hard and fast as he can without causing oversteer. Now, the McLaren is not the best suited for Nurburgring. I'll be the first one to admit that, but it's certainly handling itself at the moment. Kolgov is the fastest McLaren on the track. Mandalisi has now brought the lead between Pryko and himself down to 4.6 seconds. So that is looking... that looks like Mandalisi is on the charge to get P1 now. He doesn't want to leave anything to chance. Tippy Boss, I worry about going on to Tippy Boss because I always seem to jinx him. But Tippy Boss is fighting with this Porsche to try and get... He's got the inside line coming up to the chicane. Who's going to brake first? Oh no! Oh, I've done it again. Sorry, Tippy.
Oh no, you haven't.
Oh, I have.
Surely you haven't.
I have. I absolutely have. Oh, the Porsche has been collected as well. Oh, this is... Tippy just drives off into the sunset while this carnage is about.
If we are looking at 40 points for first and 35 points for second, then it needs to be first or second.
Right,
it needs to be first or second. The gap is 31. P3 would only give him 30 points. It wouldn't be enough.
I think it's too much of an ask, even if he didn't have damage on his car. Alex is a very good driver, but we do have strong drivers ahead of him as well.
Oh, everyone on the grid receives at least... Do they all receive at least 1 point? If you finish the race, you receive it.
Minimum of 1 point.
A minimum of 1 point.
I never.
And in fact, I think 17th is the lowest that doesn't receive a point.
So Peter Romeo is still collecting a point at the moment. Alex Hertz in 6th and Mandalisi in 2nd. The gaps come back up now. Mandalisi has set the fastest lap on that last lap. Is a 155.160.
Oh, that was a big penalty that just came in. 15-second penalty for car number 11. That's for Kolgov.
Kolgov, yep.
Kolgov's that's for the collision with car number 74, which I believe, if my maths is correct, will be Peter Romeo.
Romeo, you are absolutely spot on, my friend. There's so many battles going on. Phillips, who's down in the 18th, is behind Stephen Hood and challenging Stephen Hood. Now, Stephen going a little bit wide there, bringing the Aston back in on the power as soon as he can. Trying to keep that Aston ahead of the Porsche as much as he can for that. I want to keep an eye on the kind of top 5, top 6. Backstad is still all over the back of this McLaren, and he is very, very close. Oh! Who's that ahead of him? That must be a back marker that's ahead of Kolgov. The back marker does pull out the way, indicates as well. Beautiful racing etiquette. Well done to that McLaren driver.
Who's he going to get in the way of?
You need to slow down though.
He's going to get in the way of someone.
There we go. Perfect.
5-second penalty for car 801. That's Pell. That's the same guy who...
That didn't come in.
Yeah, who pulled out at the start.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we've lost 4 cars from this race. Only 30 currently running.
Only 30.
I say, yeah, I know, right? Only 30. Doom and gloom. I know. God, what's this attendance, guys? Come on.
I know. Come on, Giro. So Marson is quite close. He's sitting in 9th place at the moment. He's just trying to get into the back of that Porsche. Backstad is still pushing for this P4. Kolgov obviously has 15 seconds. So Backstad could, in theory, just stay in touching distance of him and he'll be fine. But no racing driver wants to do that. Unless your car
It also possibly stops him from getting a podium. because Vayner is ahead, and at the moment Kolgov is staying pretty stable with the gap with Vayner. So if Backstad's faster, then he'll be faster than Vayner as well.
Yep.
Car 801 picks up a 5-second penalty. Unsafe rejoin, causing a collision with car number 15 on lap number 3.
That's Pale again in the BMW.
Yeah, causing a collision with longer name.
Marson is so close. He's putting the pressure on here, trying to cause an issue in that camera. Ooh, I don't know if that was a bit of a lag.
Little bit of rubber banding there.
Lag.
It definitely is lag.
Oh,
yeah, ping is up at north of 100 for a couple of seconds there.
Yeah.
In fact, ping's relatively stable around 100, which isn't the best.
No, it's not. Stephen Hood has certainly... He's
making moves, yeah.
I actually thought it was a back marker.
He's up to 13th. Yeah, he's making some moves on that Aston Martin. He wasn't feeling too confident coming into the race weekend.
Absolutely.
But yeah, nailing it so far.
Absolutely, and he actually dragged that Porsche along with him as well. So the Ferrari of David has actually dropped.
Yeah, I think Nick's tried to make his move, got it wrong at turn 1, forced them both wide, and has ended up losing a second position to Foliero in the 911 Porsche, who slipped past both him and Fedor.
Yep, absolutely.
And Romeo is up into P11. Yeah, up the inside into turn 3. A well-planned out move.
Yep.
Backstad has fallen off the back of Kolgov, by the way. That gap now 1.1. Alex Hertz just 0.6 behind Backstad.
Yep.
He's going to need to start pulling something out of the hat if he wants to be ahead of Mandalesi come the checker flag.
A lot of oversteer coming out of that hairpin up to the Schumacher S. I think that he's probably fighting that car more than driving it at the moment with the damage that he's incurred. But he certainly needs to clear Backstad as soon as he can. But whether he can or not, it's going to be something we need to see. Wolf having an amazing race. He's up behind Romeo. Peter Romeo does not want to see a car right behind him challenging him. So he doesn't. He wants to get moving forward, which he has been doing. Don't forget he fell down to 17th.
Nix does now get his man. He does get Fedor, but he's now chasing Foliero in that 911 Porsche.
Yep, and he actually gets him. Oh, now that's some good driving between the two of them. Enough respect shown there, and the Porsche tucked right up behind the Ferrari, looking to try and get that slipstream.
Oh, we got a little bit of a train forming here. Kolgov on the back of Venner, and Backstad on the back of Kolgov, and Hertz on the back of Backstad.
Yep.
So we've got a little train of 4 cars here, 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th.
We've also got Mandalesi has dropped back to almost 6 seconds again behind Prideco. So,
yeah, he lost 4 tenths on the last lap.
Yeah. So at the moment, all the cards are in Davide Mandalesi's hands from this point, but whether or not it's enough, it probably is enough, but whether he wants to go and challenge.
Well, yeah, he's leading the championship, so as long as he finishes if he finishes ahead of both the other guys, then he's guaranteed.
Yep, absolutely. And at the end of the day, how would you set your mind to this? Would you push your tyres, or would you just be happy sitting in second place?
I think with the penalty, it changes it a little bit. I think if I was penalty free, and I'm not saying he's definitely going to get a penalty because he hasn't had one come his way yet, but also the stewards are like in under their heads at the moment.
Well, Mandalesi's got a 10-second penalty.
He has got a 10-second penalty, has it? It has come his way. There it is. Yeah, causing a collision with car number 900. So it has come through. Yeah.
And that'll put him behind Hertz.
Only just, but it would at the moment.
Now, it's not enough for Alex Hertz to win for that, but it's certainly an interesting end to the championship. A little bit like the backwards championship last week, where the result didn't actually end up being the result because of protests, or not protests, but appeals against.
Because of post-race appeals against penalties. Because Owen ended up winning that race, didn't he?
He did, yep.
Because he had that horrific final lap that let Fernando into his penalty window.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I remember that. That was a good race.
It was a good race. So we see the McLaren, Sky McLaren, just getting past the Mercedes onto the long straight, coming up to the last chicane.
Oh!
Oh!
It's all got messy there. I don't know what's gone on. And there's yellows at the back. Oh, contact. I don't know how that Lamborghini has managed to keep hold of itself. The number 61 McLaren and the number 112 Lamborghini just had massive contact. I don't know how the Lamborghini kept it going in a straight line. That was mental.
Wow. I just seen 3 cars going 3 wide into the chicane, the last chicane. I don't know how they didn't take each other out. That was some driving from all 3. So Hertz is 0.2 behind Backstad now. He's literally in the bumper of that Porsche.
And you know what we said about Cunningham starting last in the pit lane and maybe getting to the points?
Yep.
Well, he currently sits in P19, so he's only 2 positions away from being in the points. He's made, what's that, 15 positions this race.
Wow. What a race.
That is pretty mental.
What a race.
I don't know how much of it is through on-track overtaking and how much of it is done through picking up the pieces of other people's chaos. Absolutely. But complete respect either way, because avoiding the chaos is just as difficult as making an overtake.
Yep, absolutely. Julius is actually asking, can you calculate if Werner wins, does he steal 3rd place from Julius in the...
someone's round. Vayner, that was Vayner, round.
Yep. Let's have a look at what happened here. Up to the chicane. Does he just get wrong line through the chicane? Actually, that looks real. Oh, there was a car facing the wrong way. There was a BMW facing the wrong way at the exit of the chicane.
On the exit?
On the exit.
No way.
Wow. Wow. And yeah.
Oh my god, there was. Oh, it's the 108 machine again. It's Pal again. He's going to get another penalty for that.
Is there a prize for getting as many penalties, the most
Yeah,
getting
kicked out is the prize for that.
Wow.
I think. Oh my days.
Can you imagine what your face would be like coming round through that chicane and having a car facing you the wrong way in the exact line that you want to be taken?
Let's put it this way. I think if I was streaming on YouTube, I think I'd get demonetized. Because there would be a torrent of swear words that would come out of my mouth.
And we're looking at the battle for Tippy Boss and Venner, P6 and P7. They're side by side for the past few corners. Coming down to heavy braking zone. Tippy's still on the inside, but it's so close. Oh! And Tippy ends up with the horrible oversteer under braking there. So, Tippy, I am so sorry. I'm not going to look at you ever again. Again, I have just jinxed you. So we've got Sky McLaren. Is that an overtake on the Bentley? Is that coming?
No, that's not for position, I don't believe. No, the Bentley is... No, Lim is... oh, no, it was... Oh, Rosenfeld's looking to get past Lim, not the other way around.
Cunningham, they maybe got past there then. No, Alex has not got enough. Alex needs to win or be second, but he also needs Mandalise.
He needs the other guys to be outside the big point scores.
Yeah, basically. So so he needs Romeo, who's currently P11, and Mandalise, who's P2, with obviously 10-second penalty.
He would need them both, by the way, to finish below P16.
Right. Okay. So I think it's too much of an ask for Alex.
I think it is. I think it is. Yeah.
He's really struggling to get past Backstad. Obviously, he's got damage on his car as well. So
yeah, but quite a lot as well.
Yeah. So this is really playing into hands. Mandalise back down to 4.2 seconds behind Prideco. So there's a bit of yo-yoing going back and forward here. But there's still this battle for P3. We've got McLaren with a Bentley and a McLaren. So the Bentley has been sandwiched in between.
Not for long.
What? That was...
It's worked.
That was clever. And has the Sky McLaren now lost position? No, he's got the inside line for this. Yeah, that was...
Venner randomly just flashed as a yellow flag and he's lost a position to Tippy Boss. He has gone there. Oh, yeah, he has had something happen. Oh, he's gone round on his own.
Yeah, he's just spun. So Tippy Boss, although lost out, he has actually gained that place. So Tippy Boss up to 6th place. It's awesome to see. Tippy Boss says 10 seconds behind Alex Hertz for that. So there's still a battle going on between these three. There's a car off. There's a BMW off on the grass, staying out the way of these three who are battling now for this. So David has dropped position.
Oh.
We've got Dills.
Is that no Dills? That's not on the racing chicane. That is on. That is on the previous chicane. Yeah. That's good. Yep. I was gonna say, I hope he's. Oh my days! Not again.
Yeah. Yeah. So Hayden, it's definitely looking like Alex hasn't got enough to win it. Even with 10 seconds, it's only going to drop Mandalisa down. If we go back to that just now, it's only going to drop Mandalisa now down to 5th place, which would be in front of Hertz. So unless Mandalisa, I do not want to curse this, unless Mandalisa has a nightmare somewhere, then it's his for losing, I think is the best way of saying it. Peter Romeo has had an amazing drive, but it looks like he's kind of stuck where he is now. He doesn't seem to be making much headway from that. Obviously,
I've just realised that everyone in the top lot has penalties. So Priadko at the moment would hold on to the win because the other guys are too far behind. It's only a 5-second penalty.
Yep.
But Backstad could be looking at coming home P2.
Wow.
Hertz would come home P4 with Mandalasi in P3 because Kolrov's got 15 seconds.
Yep. Oh, that's right. Yes, absolutely. You're absolutely correct. So, I mean, we haven't said much about poor Prideco, who's been leading this from the start, but he's just away on his own. You can see the difference. It's 5 seconds again. So sometimes Mandalise maybe gets a good lap and then it seems to fall back again. So is that maybe a consistency issue, or
I think it's actually through this final sector.
Right, okay.
The BMW takes these final curbs much better.
Yeah.
So I think it's this final sector where Mandalasi is making the time every single lap.
Yep. So Marson is challenging Werner, but he's 7.7 seconds behind now. So got another red flag. Got Pell. Pell looks like he's had a spin again. Yeah, he's just went off onto the grass and then became a passenger.
Oh, the front of that car is banged up, and the right-hand side as well.
Oh yeah, so it is. It's in Scotland we call that mangled. Is the only way you could really describe it.
Oh, the 73 car's gone around somewhere, and the 900 car has followed him in sympathy.
That's Wolf.
I think.
Have a look at Helicam again. So,
yeah, Wolf and Phillips have they've had separate incidents. Phillips rejoins questionably.
Yeah, it's 2 separate incidents.
And Hood, Stephen Hood as well. Stephen Hood's off.
Oh, there's a car.
Oh, he was in the grass and then just couldn't stop.
So they beat.
Oh, that's massive contact. Oh, Stephen Hood, watch the replay on that. He absolutely clatters the pit lane entry wall. That's got to be at least 3 minutes of damage on that car.
I can't even see Stephen Hood.
I think he may have just immediately left the session.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has. I can't, in all fairness, I can't blame him.
No, absolutely. So remember the BMW is facing the wrong way at the end of the chicane.
Was it the 801 by any chance? Yeah,
no,
it was.
It actually was a different car this time, but in the same position, and poor Stephen Hood had to take avoiding action onto the grass, which has then caused some major issues. So
it was humongous, and I mean huge contact with the pit lane entry barrier.
Stephen, yeah, we're all sim racers, so we can all sympathise. We've done the exact same thing for it, and if you're not feeling 100% with whether it's sleep or whether it's any.
How is there only 2 minutes left of this race?
What?
How has this gone so quickly?
This is a problem. It does with a blink of an eye. By the time everything
There's been so much going on.
It's such a good championship to commentate over. Rosenfeld looks like he's trying to get past. He's trying to get that Bentley up into 13th at the moment, and he's driving the wheels off it. We were just talking about this before we came on air, how beautiful that Bentley is. It just is such a stunning car. It's such a shame that it's not even been looked at anymore, unfortunately.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love the diffuser on the rear.
Oh.
The only other car that I enjoy the diffuser of so much is the Aston Martin.
Yep.
With its like cliff diffuser that pokes way out the back. I love it.
Yeah, it looks like it should have a wide load or a long vehicle sticker on the back.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, red and yellow stripes on the back of it. Yeah, absolutely.
We've got a race down to first corner. Ooh, Fulton and Cunningham all over the back and front of each other, but at the moment Fulton comes through, so Fulton has actually taken that to a position and drops Cunningham down to 17th now. But this is a great thing about the Rookie Championship. You have battles all over the grids, you know, it's the front of the grid, the midfield, and then at the back as well.
Speaking of Romeo, here he comes for P10. And this could be big, actually, because I haven't done...
You haven't done the 600...
I haven't done the maths on... No, I haven't done the maths on whether... Oh no, Romeo leads. Hold on, so Mandalesi doesn't lead.
Oh.
He doesn't lead the championship, so Mandalesi might take it now. Mandalesi would take it in this position, I think.
Wow. This has swapped back and forward, it really has. Yes,
hold on, let me do some more maths again.
It's kind of ended like that for you. I hope you're going into season 6. I might be there. Wolf, are you still in the session? Your game froze and crashed. I don't see you, no.
And Peter Romeo does get P10 because the number 12
he does get P10, sorry.
has gone round somewhere.
Yep. That's Marson.
Yeah, it is.
And see... Yeah.
Rejoins, but there's no one coming at the moment, so that's more than safe to do.
So, Romeo's only 0.6 behind Feder now, who's in 9th position. There is not long left to go.
It still wouldn't be enough.
No. So let's...
There's only 5 points between Mandalesi and... there's only 5 points between Mandalesi and Peter Romeo as it stands. So Peter Romeo would have to finish... Well, they'd have to be the position next to each other.
Right, okay.
For Peter Romeo to hold on to this.
Okay. So we've got Prideco, who again we haven't unfortunately watched much of his race because everything else has been going on, and there's been so many different versions of what could happen. So we'll focus on him for the last lap. It's the least we can do. He actually will not win this race. He is 4.5 seconds behind Mandalesi. Oh, and there was a... Oh my goodness.
No, Priadko will win this race.
Oh yeah, sorry, Mandalesi's got 10 seconds.
Because Mandalesi's got 10 seconds and Kolgov has got 15,
yeah,
so...
Absolutely. There he goes, he takes the win. Well done to Andrew Prideco for winning the last race of... Jeez, oh, that McLaren. The last race of Season 5 of the Rookie Wednesday Championship. I don't know about if you have been watching this from the first round. Wow, let me know what you think. This has went down to the wire, how this is going to go.
So, by my maths of finishing distances, Backstad will come home. I don't think Backstad was quite within Mandalesi's 10-second range, so Mandalesi might hold on to that P2, actually, in the end of things.
Yeah, Mandalesi is 16.6 in front of Kolgov in 3rd place.
Yes, that is... Kolgov does have his penalty as well. And I think that might be because of weird stuff going on in terms of, like, pit lane.
Yeah, yep.
Things... but I will try and keep up with everything as it comes through.
So basically,
I'm going to try and find the race results.
Ollie is basically going to do a 48-hour stream. So yes, Davide Mandalesi has won the championship. He has won.
Yes, yeah, we can be confident of that. Davide has won.
That's the only thing we're confident on at the moment with everything that's been going on.
The question is, does Alex Hertz catch Mandalesi? He needed 20... He needed 16. Oh my god, my maths is not working. So he needed 36 points to do it.
Right. So
to catch.
He's in fifth.
But I don't think Alex Hertz has even made that many points, so I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
Hertz move up to what is going on? Right. So Hertz came home P4, Backstad comes home P3. He was only half a second off of Mandalasi's 10-second window. So Alex Hertz comes home and has made 30 points, I believe.
Right.
So that's not going to be enough. So Alex Hertz is going to stay
third.
Alex Hertz is going to stay. Well, he's going to get third, I think.
Yes,
I think he will come home ahead of Julius in the end. It's 24 points for that. So yes, definitely. So Alex Hertz solidifies third. Davide moves to the top, and Peter Romeo comes home second in the championship. So Davide wins. Peter Romeo in the number 74 Aston Martin comes home second, and third comes Alex Hertz in the number 101 Audi R8. And that is the final standings, unless everything changes, because it might. Because you never really know.
Absolutely. Can you check your DMs, please? It's just Hayden's put in the chat. DRF 327. Finish the race backwards because you spun. If you're going to finish a race, doing it backwards is a little bit different, you know? Not many people can do it. Badgy, that hurts. It's this has been an interesting championship, so it has. So we have Peter Romeo and Davide Mandalese in the interview room. So I'm going to bring Peter in first and see how he felt the race went. Good evening, Peter. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you.
You sound so chipper for someone that has been in an absolute battle tonight.
Yeah, well, I got a little punt in T1, so I got back to P25, and then I focused and did my race. So,
do you know,
congratulations to Mando.
Yeah,
he deserves to win. So, the championship, better say. So it's absolutely okay.
This went down to the wire, and we even were doing calculations right up to the very end, with all the penalties that were going on and everything else, and who was going to finish in what position. For it, have you had much chance to practice this week? I know you said that you'd had other things you needed to do.
Not too much. I had maybe 2 hours of practicing.
Right. Okay.
On the track. So
how did the Aston feel out on the track?
It was good. As I said, I was starting with 58s at the beginning, and then I go to 55s. And if I got a couple of hours more, I think I got to the 54s, because the Aston goes good. It goes good.
Absolutely. And this just builds for you for whatever championship you do next. And you see Nurburgring, you're like, oh, I know what I can do with this now. And, you know, so you're always gaining experience. But you were so unlucky. Oh,
yeah, that happens. It's racing.
It is racing. You're absolutely correct.
That's a friend of mine said. Sometimes you lose, sometimes the other wins.
Absolutely. If it was if everyone could win every single time be called winning, it wouldn't be called racing.
Yeah.
So
told this Verstappen.
Have you enjoyed this season? Have you enjoyed the?
Yeah, very.
Yeah, that's good.
Very. Also the race now. I was unfortunate. I wanted to battle for the championship, but at the end it was a great race, because battling from back to P9, it was fun, very fun.
You drove an amazing race. Every time I looked at the timings, you had moved at least one position up, and it was. Yeah, I mean we've said it a few times on the stream tonight. Just absolutely amazing drive from you.
Thank you.
Do you think it took the pressure off, knowing that you're so far back? It took the pressure off thinking
a
about
little
the
bit, yes. A little bit. Took a bit the pressure off, yes, but in the mind you have still, damn, I could win it.
Yeah, I know. It's always there, so it is. So have you got any other championships coming up within TOGA?
Yes, on Friday I driving in the back, how it's called?
Yes.
Backwards. Yeah. In Kialami, because I love that track.
Oh, do you? Excellent. Is Aston suited to Kyalami?
Yes. Oh yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yes,
I think
very much so.
On Kyalami, I think I don't be in rookie pace because in Kyalami I can do 140s.
What? Oh, I don't even. Right. Interview's over. Right. Cut them off. I'm struggling to do like a 145 or a 146.
And the Aston is very good at Kyalami, very good.
Right,
It sweets him very well. Also, I think also the Porsche, but I'm not sure after the
I certainly know.
the update, it's still good.
Yeah, the McLaren certainly isn't. I can confirm that as well. It's maybe me. There's a common denominator here. I find the McLaren's not suited to a lot of tracks. I think it's maybe me that's the issue for that. So going on to next year, if there was the same championships running next year, do you think you would be away from rookies and into other ones instead?
I think because I because rookie. In my age, I'm not a rookie anymore. Just the paces rookie.
we're all the same. I've obviously done some.
But I will sure be part of it.
Yeah,
of course.
Oh, absolutely. It is what it is at the end of the day. No, I genuinely think you are very, very quick. You've proved that tonight again from what you've done. So commiserations, but congratulations.
Thank you.
You came in second, which isn't a bad thing. It's a strong field for that. So, Ollie, have you got anything you want to ask?
No, nothing to ask. Just a massive congratulations.
Thank you.
It's been a long and a hard season, and to come home P2 at the end of it is a massive.
It's okay.
It's a massive achievement, even if the top step of the podium was in reach.
Yep.
Yeah,
absolutely.
But that's racing.
It is.
Yeah,
exactly.
absolutely.
Exactly.
That's okay.
Exactly.
Because congratulations to Mando again.
Yep.
He deserves it really.
Absolutely, and thank you so much for supporting the chat as well on the stream while you're in
You're
the
welcome.
racing and things like that as well. So, okay, enjoy the rest of your evening, and I look forward to talking about you on Friday night.
Okay.
Okay,
See
take care. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.
Right, I am going to bring in the winner of the championship, and I'll let Ollie do the. Sorry, I'm watching replays and getting excited again. It's almost like I'm reliving the race. So we'll bring Davide in, and I'll let Ollie do the honours for this.
Right then, welcome to the commentary box, Davide. I mean, a brilliant race from you. Obviously losing out to Priadko down at turn 1, just braking a little bit late, maybe anticipating that he would send it after the first attempted start. But other than that, it was just, relentless pace. You closed up to the back of him. You got that 10-second penalty, but in the end, it really didn't matter. You didn't lose any positions, and in the end, you came out on top in the championship overall. How does it feel?
Feels great, especially if you consider all the conditions in which I raced, because no one knows about that, but I wasn't home until 5 minutes in the practice. I was coming back from the cinema on a public bus who was late, and I think I sprinted like 1 kilometer straight to my home from the bus station, and I was so tired because of that. But my dad started the PC for me, and I got into qualify P1 in pole position, in qualifying, and the race I knew I had to do the fastest lap of the race just to be comfortable. I did it. I drove it like I stole it, and then chill out, do my pace, even slower than my pace, just take it easy, and my pedals were sliding all the way forward, and I couldn't reach them, so I lost like 1.5 seconds every lap I needed to adjust my pedal position during the race. Obviously you cannot touch the accelerator, brake, or anything, so I'm sorry for Peter, because I had a great chat with him before the interview, and it was so close. I think he got so unlucky, and unluck hits unexpectedly.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, yeah, absolutely. We were talking about this with him as well. Just saying, you know, it's such a to and fro situation in racing. You know, sometimes the cards fall your way, sometimes they don't. You've just got to take it as it comes. And
Yes.
as it was at the end of the day today, the cards fell into your hand, and unfortunately not into Peter's.
Of course, I think sometimes it happened to me, sometimes it happened to him. It's how racing is, so we cannot do anything about it. Just try to be careful, but it's not all in our hands.
Yeah, absolutely. So looking forward, are we going to see you in any of the other TOGA series coming forwards, maybe the next season of the Rookie Championships, or maybe you've got your eye on the Backwards Championship, all the 8, maybe the multi-class series that we've got coming up?
I'm signed up to the multi-class because I'm really looking forward to it. I want to be prepared to deal with traffic of other categories, like GT4s in this case. So I'm signed up to that championship, and then I think next year I'm preparing with my engineer at VM Technology to race the Italian championship. It's a little bit ambitious because right now I'm a rookie, so but we see great progress in the track we practice. I get more and more confident with the car. The engineer gets more and more confident with the with setting up the car. I'm having trouble speaking right now.
No, absolutely.
That's my aim.
Yeah, of course, absolutely. And it sounds like you've got a good plan for what's coming in the future. Mac, have you got anything you'd like to add?
First of all, congratulations, Davida. Absolutely amazing.
Thank you, Mac, as well.
Can I say 2 things? Why did you even go out the house today when you knew you could actually win a championship? Like, I would have stayed in case lightning struck me, or I got run over by a bus, or I tripped and broke my ankle. I mean, you decided to go to the cinema. What did you go to see, by the way?
I went to see something which is called Gran Turismo.
Oh,
and
yeah. Okay.
it was planned like months ago.
Okay.
So I couldn't say no because it's even the week, the cinema week. It's called something like that.
Yeah.
You pay less, you go there, and I just got unfortunate with the buses because I had all calculated, and public transports, they're not so great now here. So
do you know what you should have done? You should have drove the bus home. You would have been there in a minute.
Of course. It would have been faster for sure, and I'm not really sure about safety though. So I'd rather not do something like that.
I think the quote of this championship is, "I drove it like I stole it." Amazing. I love that. I have not heard anyone outside the UK using that term before, so
it's one lap. You have to do the faster lap of the race. You go for it, and then you go at a regular pace, chilling out.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're not going to hold you back any longer. Again, a huge congratulations. You're not just a rookie, you are the champion of season 5 of the Rookie Championship. So congratulations, Davida. And
thank you. I just want to congratulate myself with P2, P3, P4 in the championship, because we had really, really close battles with Hertz, with all of the top of the championship. So I'm also going to apologize for the Porsche I punted. I got 10 seconds penalty. I'm really sorry about that. That was absolutely not intentional. I just thought I would make it. You broke maybe a little bit more than I thought. It caught me out of.
Caught you unaware, so it is. Alex Hertz certainly in the YouTube chat has said congratulations. You absolutely deserve it. So.
Thank you.
I have to say that the top 3, top 4 in this championship have not only shown fast racing, but you've shown really good sportsmanship in amongst each other. and really good race etiquette. So you should all be very, very proud of yourselves for that. So, right, we're going to let you go and celebrate your win in whatever manner you decide to do, and we will see.
I'm gonna have dinner. I didn't have it.
Well, I hope it's with gold cutlery or something to celebrate.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Mark, as always. Thank you, Ollie. And I hope I see you really soon.
Oh, absolutely. It'll be a pleasure to commentate in another race for you. So take care, Davida.
Good night.
Good night. Bye-bye. Right. Wow. So, after a bit of a false start, we have had a battle upon battle, and it has just been amazing. It didn't turn out anything like we thought it would, but you know, we have seen so much good racing in this championship. We've seen it at the head of the field, the middle of the field, at the back of the field. It's just been amazing, and I can't thank you all enough. I know I nag you about the like button, the subscribe button and things like that. I'm sorry that while we're commentating we're missing out on your messages. I want to read all your messages out. It's just sometimes when there's so much going on in track, it's difficult to then try to refocus on the chat. So I do apologise. We're not being rude. We're not trying to act arrogant or anything like that. It's purely just down to my brain can't do more than one thing at a time. So I struggle with that. I don't know if Ollie's away at the moment doing something, but yes, so thank you from me. Thank you from TOGA. Again, season 6 of the Rookie Wednesday Championship. I keep saying that the wrong way around. It needs to get shortened. My brain can't cope with 3 words. So season 6 sign-ups are already live, and I can confirm I have signed up to it. I was bullied by Arnold, the head coach, into driving the Mercedes AMG, so I do apologise for being at the back of the grid. But I look forward to racing on it. Ollie has very graciously said at the moment he can commit to the Wednesday commentary, and I'll be on track for it, but I will be commentating on the other ones. I cannot wait for the multi-class. I can't wait for the end of the Backwards Championship on Friday. You do not want to miss it. It is going to be electric. From myself, from Ollie, thank you so much for watching, and until Friday, take care, stay safe, bye bye.